Hey Heather, I see you have been checking in with the Half Size Me community for over 64 weeks. What was going on before that 64 weeks? Like, what happened? I love this. So let's dive into, you can have tools at your disposal. You can be in a community. Heck, you could start the community and be operating the community. And you could still not be fully showing up. What do I mean by fully showing up? Fully showing up means I have spoken my commitment, my word means something, and I show up. And so back in October 2019, when I was outside of my weight maintenance parameters, I was pushing 164, 165, I wasn't putting myself out there the way I needed to. And what that means is I was doing my gratitude post, I was posting my weekly meal plans, but when it came to showing up and weighing in and saying this is where I'm at, I was not doing those things. I was keeping my toe in the water like I always tell you guys, but in my mind I was elsewhere, and it was reflected in where my weight was ending up. So what I did at that time is I made a commitment to myself. And keeping in mind, you're always only accountable to you. You're accountable to you, and you're doing it in front of others. That's really what it is, okay? So by me stepping up and saying, hey, I've been kind of hiding out, not doing all the things. My mind has been elsewhere. My weight has crept up to a range I'm not happy with. I'm going to make a commitment to show up every single week. Is there some Gestapo that comes to my house and forces me to do it? No. But I said it, and my word means something. It means something to me, and I want it to mean something to other people, so I have to show up. And for a long time, I used to have my word mean something to other people. If I said I was going to do it, I did it. But when I came to myself, I didn't. And that is, to me, where we sometimes can fall down with a community aspect. We are there when things are good, but when things are not going good, we hide out. We maybe kind of superficially show up, but we don't fully lean in. So over 64 weeks ago, I decided I was going to show up every single week. So usually on Saturday or Sunday for the last 64 weeks as of today, I show up, I post where my weight is, I check in, and I use the community in a way that holds me accountable because I have spoken to them, said this is what I'm going to do, and I do it. And my word means something to me. If I don't show up, I'm letting myself down. I'm not letting the community down. I'm not shunning them. I'm shunning myself. And I think this is an important conversation to have. You can pay a membership. You can pay a trainer. You can hire a coach. You can do all the things. But if you are not willing to fully show up for yourself, if your word doesn't mean something to you, when you speak it, you follow through. That needs to be fixed first and foremost. Self-trust needs to happen. Accountability with self needs to happen. And you're doing it in front of others. You're making it known to them. You stand up. This is my truth. This is my reality. You sit back down. That's pretty much the extent of it, right? No one's going to force you to make good choices. No one's going to force your hand to pick up the healthier food options. No one's going to force your hand to track. All of that is 100% you choosing to do the actions necessary for you. Again, you can share this in a community, you can share it with a coach, share it with a personal trainer, but at the end of the day, you have to value your word to yourself. If you say you're going to do something, do it. And for a long time in my life, that was my attitude about others, commitments outside, but it was never about commitments to myself. Now it's just as equally commitments to myself and all the external commitments I make. So I just want to encourage you to think about, yes, I'm paying for these things. Yes, I have them at my disposal. But am I honoring my word to myself, number one? And number two, Am I holding myself accountable in front of these other people so that way I am using my resources to the best of my advantage to get myself to a better place? And remember, this isn't something that's a promise. Like, I was in there, I was leading a lot of things, I was showing up for meetings, and I wasn't fully embracing that part of it. I just wasn't putting myself out there the way I needed to. And that's okay. You can catch yourself doing it, but then you want to take action to turn it around. So I hope this message helps. I hope you understand the difference between somebody else holding you accountable and you holding you accountable, but sharing it inside of a community environment. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.